Aries. Today, one thing wants a name before it wants action. Don't buy relief by cutting the least glamorous corner. Mercury activates work, method, and health, so the choice cannot stay automatic. It's something tiny, a shift, a list, a step skipped because it looked too technical. Skipping the detail feels innocent. That is exactly where clarity goes missing. Routine collects its bill the moment you treat precision like paperwork. Aries, the dangerous part is not anger. It's the fast move you make so you don't feel exposed. The practical detail is small only until you skip it. The bright part wants to jump the procedure. The clear part knows method is freedom. Fix one step, one shift, one sequence. Do not open anything else. Then you can speed up. But only after you put back what supports you. Move. Make one concrete choice before you react. Save it before you lose your method. Today, the winner is the one who does not buy the lie of urgency. Taurus. If attention asking for a clean move keeps tightening, it may not want patience. It wants action. Today, the sky wants proof, not fantasy. Attention asking for a clean move has to become a visible decision. The sun brings desire, creativity, and pleasure to the foreground, and the choice has to be sustainable. It's the open tab, the delayed reply, the point waiting for one act. The power is in moving one real piece, not building another explanation around the blockage. For Taurus, the risk is confusing steadiness with inertia, exactly when a clean step would help. The risk is not that you ruin everything. It's that you stay elegant inside something that has stopped moving. The danger is making the block look so respectable that it becomes a style instead of a problem. Move, choose the gesture that cuts the noise, and do it without 3 explanations. Send it to the one who needs the right cut. Gemini. Today's love signal is not sweet. It is exact and maybe uncomfortable. The useful move cuts lightly but cleanly. A seductive invitation to read carefully should not take over the whole room. Moon sextile Lilith. Relationships, agreements, and confrontation need a concrete reading. What changes, what stays, what must be decided. It's an emotional moment that looks small, but it measures how you protect yourself while you want someone. An invitation that makes you feel alive is not enough if it leaves you less clear and more dependent on someone else's reply. The real issue is telling the difference between a connection that opens presence and a dynamic that feeds only on your reaction. For Gemini, understanding everything is not enough if the contact still leaves you with no choice. The risk is confusing intensity with direction. One spark wakes you up, the other keeps you whole. Move. Do not chase confirmation. Choose the gesture you can stand behind tomorrow too. Replay it when someone wants you turned on, but not clear. Cancer. Today, you do not need to win the day. You need to get back a piece of your breath. The good ending is not dramatic. It is reaching evening with a clarity that depends on recovery and feels more yours. The sun signs the field of words, exchanges, and nearby atmosphere, and what you do now says more than what you explain. The day can keep moving hard around you, but it asks you not to spend your last margin as if it were endless. When you remove pressure in the right place, recovery gives back more clarity than another round of endurance. For Cancer, protecting everyone gets expensive when you lose your center at the point that matters. The right shelter does not weaken you. It keeps you from wasting strength in the wrong place. If you keep forcing that pace, the bill can come through the wrong tone, a sharp reply, or fatigue steering everything. Move. Drop one commitment, protect 1 hour, and answer only after you breathe. Send it to anyone who needs to choose care without asking permission. Leo. If a professional choice asking for a cut keeps coming back, maybe it does not want patience. It wants a decision. First image. A professional choice asking for a cut walks into the scene without asking permission, and the rest of the day has to react. The sun makes the money value resources axis explicit, So what was implicit now needs a position. The blockage loses strength when you stop respecting it as prudence and start treating it as a choice. It's a short scene and not a poetic one. One reply, one decision, one cut, and the blockage loses its aura. For Leo, the risk is trying to hold the tone and losing the most honest port. The practical stake is turning tension into direction before it becomes pure drain. If you do not touch the fixed point, the day passes and the problem keeps its throne. Move, close one door, send one reply, shift one commitment. One thing only, but real. Save it before you give one more day to a block that knows how to dress up as caution. Virgo. Today, a brief decision is worth more than a perfect explanation. You have two exits in front of you. One softens the moment, the other finally gives the knot a shape. The sun lights up the identity body presence axis, showing where you are truly present and where you are only running on habit. This is the moment you realize the problem does not need better analysis. It needs a move that shrinks it. The block looks huge while you speak to it from a distance. Once you touch the stuck choice, its authority drops. If you do not touch the real knot now, tomorrow may leave you with less energy and the same problem. For Virgo, the risk is polishing the edges so well that you never touch the center. If the stuck choice keeps waiting, tomorrow will ask for more energy to do the same thing. Move. Do not negotiate with the block all day. Give it at most the time it takes to name it. Save it for the moment when the block tries to pass for prudence. Libra. If a newly exposed identity makes you rush, it is not a green light. It is a test of clarity. Venus activates identity, body, and presence, so the choice cannot stay automatic. This is a small scene, but not an innocent one. A tiny gesture decides how much space you leave to habit. The comfortable choice looks minor. The cost arrives after you have already said yes. The price is not dramatic, and that is exactly what makes it dangerous. You end up confusing presence with attack. For Libra, a newly exposed identity becomes clear when you stop treating conflict as failure. Presence matters today only if it does not turn into a noisy armor. Ask yourself this: are you doing it to choose better or to stop feeling the tension? Make one visible but small move. Do not explain your whole force. Later you can move. First, remove what was born from haste, pride, or the need to finish. Move. Choose one action that is clean, not loud. Come back here when the proud part wants to drive. Scorpio. The useful possibility today does not come toward you. It stays there just long enough for you to choose. It's not only a sky theme. A margin that can become direction enters your day through body, choice, and position. With the sun in the field, networks, friendships, and future projects all want coherence. If one part is acting, it will show today. This is the moment when something opens, but only if you stop waiting for guarantees. For Scorpio, depth becomes useful when it stops speaking from behind control. If it stays only a detail, the margin loses force. If you act now, it turns into direction. Today's opportunity is not comfortable. That is exactly how it measures how much you want it. If the real possibility stays suspended, tomorrow you may call chance what today was choice. Move. Do not open 3 scenarios. Confirm the small step that keeps the better possibility alive. Mark this window. Not every door stays gentle. Sagittarius. Today the sky does not accuse you. It takes away one excuse. The knot is not huge, but it is precise. A real point, covered too well, decides how clear you stay in the scene. Lunar eclipse. Inside the career role public direction axis, the sky puts the spotlight on the point you can no longer keep generic. It is a truth that makes no noise outside, but it changes the weight of the room the moment you stop avoiding it. The more you try to stay clear without feeling, the more the covered point finds a way to be heard. The stake is not letting an old defense take the place of a present choice. For Sagittarius, the day asks for breadth with responsibility, not an elegant escape from the uncomfortable detail. The risk is staying on the side of the alibi and letting fear organize the day. Move. Write the naked version of the problem. Then strip away the rhetoric that made it tolerable. Keep it close. Some defenses lose their charm the moment they are seen with a name and a date. Capricorn. Today, money, time, and dignity end up in the same sentence. It will not be a dramatic blow that tells you. A home favor that costs too much shows itself in a small but exact shift. Saturn measures home, roots, and emotional base without decorative softness. What costs too much now asks for a decision. This is the kind of moment when discomfort wants to stay in the driver's seat, and the sky asks for clarity instead. The material issue also speaks about power. A home favor that costs too much shows who decides the value of your presence. For Capricorn, the risk is to manage the weight with skill and still let it keep the throne. The risk is accepting the wrong measure today and defending an already eroded boundary tomorrow. If you leave that gap vague, someone else will use it for their own advantage. Move. Separate the wish for peace from the real price. Then decide which one you can actually sustain. Send it to anyone who needs to name a price without feeling cruel. Aquarius. Today, attraction only counts if it leaves your measure intact, not if it pushes you to chase. Put everything in one room. A hunger for contact that wants clarity, the reply you keep avoiding, and the point that wants a shape. Uranus shakes desire, creativity, and pleasure, and the useful change comes where you stop defending habit. It's an emotional moment that looks small, but it measures how you protect yourself while you want. This is not generic romance. A hunger for contact that wants clarity measures how whole you can stay while something moves you. The stake is not calling something love just because you want to be chosen. The risk is getting quick contact and ending up with less truth, less measure, and more hunger for confirmation. Move. Notice what lights you up. Then choose the gesture that does not make you leave yourself. Keep it close if someone lights you up and confuses you in the same gesture. Pisces. Today, care is not generic softness. It is a practical choice. Look closer. Inside an energy reserve to protect, there is not just tension. There is a map of the move you need to make. With the sun active, relationships, agreements, and confrontation become a mirror. The real point shows in how you expose yourself. It is an inner room that is too full, where the right gesture is not to push harder, but to remove friction. Recovery works today only if the energy reserve to protect stops being an intention and becomes real protection of your rhythm. For Pisces, depth becomes strength when it accepts the boundary that makes it readable. The stake is not spending all your energy to hold up a form that doesn't deserve that cost. Untreated fatigue does not disappear. It turns into tone, choice, and the wrong reply. Move. Remove the gesture that drains you before you add one that makes you feel good. Mark it before you answer from the point where you are already over the limit.